This is a giant fish, guys. Giant fish. On the Megabass X80 Junior. This is a giant fish, guys. Wow, it's a big bass. That's a big bass. There you go, fellas. This is what it's about. Pre-spawn, windy, cold conditions. That's a nice bass. Nice bass. Now I just got to get him. I just got to get my hand in his mouth without getting a hook in him, right? So let me lower this down. Nice bass, guys. Nice 2-pounder there. Nice fish. Taking that Megabass X80 Junior to town. That's what it's about. Light action rod, moderate, 8-pound test, 10-pound braid. This X80 Junior, I have Gamakatsu Aaron Martin treble hooks on there. Super sharp, sticky sharp. Super sharp. Okay. X80 Junior, guys, right there. Finesse will get you a big fish. Nice fish. Over here at Barbours Pond in West Paterson. Let's put him down. There he goes. It's like he has a map. He knows exactly where he's going. Right back here. Nice fish. I think they're stacked up here, guys. You hear that drag pulling like that? I think they're stacked up here, fellas. Stacked up. Uh-oh. I don't know if we're getting this one in. He's wrapped around the lily pads. Here's another one, guys. I think they're stacked up in this area, fellas. That's the next cast. I got this guy. So let me explain what we got going on here. Whoa! Before we get a hook in our hand, hold on. This is the problem here. Hold on, fellas. Let's let some line out. This is the problem with these hooks. These hooks are sticky sharp. Sticky sharp. Yeah. Sticky sharp, guys. This one's a tiny bit smaller than the one we just got, but stacked up in here. This is the second cast. I think I made 3 casts here. I just got to the spot. So basically the area that I'm fishing is, let me get this guy off the hook, put him back. Nice fish. So basically I got a flat here. I got a flat here, and then it starts to go down into the deepest part right here. So I'm working this flat area right here, and I'm fishing this area where it drops off. That's where I'm fishing. That's on the Megabass X80 Junior. 1/4 ounce, guys. That's it. 10-pound test, 8-pound braid. Nice finesse jerk bait. Let's see if we can get another one. I don't see why not. Windy condition, cast, overcast, right? Deadly. Pre-spawn is deadly. One of the best times to fish is right now. Pre-spawn, windy conditions. There's your flash right there, okay? We don't have any vibration, but we got the flash, we got the finesse. Deadly. Let's get another one. They're stacked up here, guys. Stacked up. Uh-oh, we ain't getting this one out. wrapped up in the lily pads, guys. Wrapped up in the lily pads. Stacked up, fellas. Stacked up like Pac-Man. Stacked up. Okay, this is the third one in about 10 minutes. Third one in 10 minutes, not even. Oh! Stacked up, fellas. That's what it's about. Megabass X80 Junior. X80 Junior, guys, is what it's all about. Okay, Thursday, we got, gotta be about 48 degrees right now, maybe a little more chilly. Windy conditions. This is prime time fishing right now, pre-spawn. Prime time. Stacked up in this one spot here. Working a flat and it starts to drop off. This is key right here, key. Don't tell nobody, guys. That's the third fish in a matter of 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. I probably should let this thing run and just show you. You know what? We're gonna do that for a little bit. We're gonna let this thing run. So first thing I'm gonna do, I probably should retie because that's the third fish in a matter of, I don't know, 5 minutes. I'm checking my line because I got a bunch of lily pads here and they got wrapped up. 8-pound test. Here we go, guys. Show you what I'm doing here. Got windy conditions. I'm throwing it out there. This X80 Junior will sink super slow, okay? It'll suspend to sink very slow. Okay, here we go. We're working it super slow. Twitch, twitch, let it sit. And I'm just waiting for him to nail it. And I'll feel this pole load up, and I'm not setting a hook. This is a moderate rod. It's a moderate rod. All you do is wait for him to hit it and just load up. I'll show you what I mean by load up. Basically, you let the pole do all the work and you just pull back. Nothing crazy, you just pull back. All right, here we go. The wind stopped a little bit. Let's make a nice cast out that way. We're gonna let this thing sink. Let it sink a little bit. Takes about maybe 5 seconds to sink a foot. Sink super slow. And as you work it, it may go a tiny bit deeper. But that X80 Junior is perfect. Match the hatch, perfect size. Working it slow, right? So we got 3 bass in this one area in a matter of, I don't know, 5-6 minutes. It's basically almost every cast. What I want to do is try to get it out a little further and work it a little further out, because I just pulled 3 fish out of this one spot, and I don't think the fish are up here. They're further out, only because it's, you know, still cold. The water temperature's I think 55 degrees. A couple days ago I checked, it was 60 degrees. Right now it's about 55 because, you know, it got cold. We had a cold front come in. It's been cold the past couple days, but these fish are still, like I said, they're hitting 10, about 15 feet off the 20 feet, let's say 20 feet off the bank. Twitch, twitch, let it sink a little bit. Just working this one area, guys. Like I said, right now this area over here is about probably about 5-6 feet, and this area that I'm working drops off to about 8-10 feet. Slowly drops off. So throw it out there and let it slowly sink. slowly sink, the Megabass X80 Junior. So we're slowly sinking, and we're going to start working it. Wait for him to hit it and load up. See if we can get one here. See if we can get one. Just wait for him to suck that thing in. Twitch, twitch, let it sit. That's it. Right in between the lily pads, but they're not hitting it right here. They're hitting it out there. So I want to work a little further out. A little further out and slowly work myself out. But this is basically the area right here. Ooh, is it windy? Windy. 50 degrees. But the fish are biting, guys. Windy conditions turn fish on. Remember that. They turn them on. So throw something with flash and vibration, right? Or something, you know, like a jerk bait. I have a chatter bait over here too I can throw. Right over here. I got this is the Z-Man Elite chatter bait. 3/8 ounce. Alright, one more cast with this thing, and we're gonna try the chatter bait for a little bit. One more cast, we'll keep you guys on. So I'll throw it out there, wind's taking it way out there. But all those fish hit in this one spot here, one spot. So, alright, so that thing's getting down there, gonna turn. And just wait for this thing to load up, because like I said, I got those Gamakatsu Aaron Martin treble hooks, and those are like finesse, but they're strong, but they're sticky. They're not super strong, but they're strong enough. Especially with a moderate rod, you're not going to bend out the trebles, you know, as long as you play the fish right. Let them take a little drag if you get a nice fish on there, and you'll be okay as far as with the hooks. Now if you get tangled up in the lily pads, you know what happens. You got to let him work himself out, and when you have a sticky hook, you got to hope he's you know, got good penetration on him. All right, we're gonna do one more cast in this spot, way out there. So I'm way out there, gonna let it sink down a little bit. Let it sink down. Here we go. Come on, bass, load up on this pole. But like I said, we pulled 3 out in this one area. Let's see what happens. All right, we're gonna put this down and we're gonna pick up the chatterbait. We'll be back, guys. Hopefully we get another one over here at Barbours Pond in West Paterson. Same exact spot, guys. Same exact spot, guys. You guys mark this spot with a marker buoy. Mark it on the GPS. Oh man, is that nice? Whoa! That's a nice bass. Do you guys see that? That is a nice fish. Now, woohoo! Oh, that's a nice fish. This is what it's about, guys. Okay? Pre-spawn, windy, overcast conditions. I got a flat here, and it starts to drop off to the deepest section over there. So here's the flat, right? And it starts to drop off. I got a lot of structure over here. I got rock, I got wood. This one area right here, they're stacked up in it. Stacked up in it. What a nice fish. So I went back to the chatterbait. I didn't get nothing on it. Went back to this small jerkbait, Megabass X Nanahan. This is probably 3 pounds. We're not going to bother weighing him. I'm going to say he's about 3 pounds. That's a nice fish. That's a really nice fish. Someone's eating good. Little junk in the trunk. Eating good. Thank you, buddy. And I want to touch base on something, guys, real quick. Let's release him. There he goes. Oh yeah, big dog. Look at that. I caught 3 bass within, you know, whatever, 10 minutes of each other, let's say. So being that this is 10-pound braid, right? 10-pound braid and 8-pound fluorocarbon, what I did was I retied my lure. Even though, you know, I ran my finger through the line, I didn't see anything. I didn't feel nothing. But you know what? Retie your lure. If you catch 2-3 fish, retie your lure. Especially if you're rubbing up against lily pads, which is what I'm doing. Thank God it's early in the season. Thank God it's early in the season where they're soft enough that they'll tear. Even the stem, it'll tear. I'm very thankful for that, because if it was you know, another 2 months from now, I don't know what would happen. This is only 8-pound test. This is you know, a finesse jerkbait, you know. So let's throw it out there and let's do it again. Here we go. So I hope one of you guys out there marked this spot on the GPS. Let's untangle this here and throw it back in that same spot. Same spot. Right now we're untangling this thing. Everything looks good. Here we go. Ready to rock and roll. Throw it out there. Before I was a little further out, but this is general area. General area. Let it sink down. That was the nicest fish so far. That was a nice fish. Let it sink down. Stacked up in this one spot. That's it. That's the 4th bass in a matter of I don't know, 20 minutes in this one spot on the same lure. I tried the chatterbait. I didn't get nothing on that. Went back to the jerkbait. And guess what? We got another one on the jerkbait. But I think I have a good idea of where they're hitting this thing. I have a real good idea. So I got to get it. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. We're in the trees. We are in the trees. Oh, we are in the trees. Wind took it in the trees. Oh, I got it out. I think I got it out. I got it out. And then I got snagged. I don't know how many times. Oh my God. That's a miracle right there. You get tangled 4 or 5 times and get it out. that's luck. I don't care what you say, that's luck. So right now I'm rechecking my line. Rechecking the line. I see a couple. I hope it's all right. Should be all right. All right, we're gonna let this thing roll, and let's get it back out there. The wind died down. Cleaning off this slime. Dip it back in the water. Here we go. All right, here we go. So we're in a general spot. Here we go. Let's work this thing. We're going to turn to our right, turn the camera, and let's work this thing. This thing sunk down good, nice and super slow. So like I said, the most important thing, guys, is to have sticky hooks. Gamakatsu, Aaron Martin trebles. These are size, I think, I gotta take a look. I think they're size 6. Or, I think they're 6 or 5s. I think they might be 6s, yeah. I think these are 6s on this X80 Junior. Size 6. Aaron Martin, Gamakatsu trebles. It's imperative, guys. You know, you're throwing a little finesse jerk bait or any kind of jerk bait, you want sticky hooks on them. And to be honest with you, I think the key, to be honest with you, is the moderate rod. This is a moderate rod. What does that mean? It means that it's got a slow bend to it, and it bends further down into the blank. So when you load up on this thing, as you saw in the video, this thing loads up pretty much down to this eyelid. Let me turn you down. It loads down pretty much to here. It's a slow action rod, and that's exactly what you want with a jerk bait, any treble hook lure for that matter. You want that slow response, and it keeps them pinned. So when they're moving all around going crazy, guess what the rod's doing? The rod is compensating. It's bending with them. It's bending with them. You don't have a real stiff rod, and it's ripping those treble hooks out of the fish's mouth. It's not doing that because it has a slow response, and that's what you want. You want a soft action rod. There's no setting hook, there's none of that. You're not doing that. The rod's doing all the work. All right, let's get this back out there. Get around these lily pads because they're not hitting here. Like I said, this is a flat right here. It's a flat, and it starts getting deeper, and there's a lot of structure right in this area. It starts dropping off. That's why when I throw it out there like that, I'm letting it sink down. So I'm giving it 5 seconds, 6 seconds, and when I start working it, it's even getting a little deeper, and it'll stay at that level. So let it sink down. It's probably down about 4 feet right now, and I'm just working it right now. So I'm working that 4 foot zone, and that last fish that I just got, that was a nice fish. That was a really nice. Oh, another one, guys. Another one. The same exact spot. The same spot, guys. I'm pulling this, you know, being gentle. You heard the drag go a couple times. It's a little guy, okay? Same exact spot. If you ask, hold on one second. Let's get this guy off the hook. But you see this? Sticky hooks, guys. Sticky hooks. So I'm going to grab him like that, right? Get this guy out of his belly, right? Get this one out of his mouth. God, is that sticky. Hold on here, hold on. Hold on here. Right in the jaw, not coming out. Here we go. Nice little guy. But they are stacked up in this spot. Stacked up. That's 5 bass in a matter of, I don't know, half hour in this one spot. Stacked up. There's got to be, you know, it's either, it's A, the drop off. It's a combination of things, if you ask me. It's a combination of things. You got the windy conditions, right? You got pre-spawn conditions, right? They're feeding up. So windy conditions, turning the fish on. Water temperature is about 55 degrees. And we got a flat here for the 10th time. And it starts dropping off. Starts getting real deep over here. Slowly drops off and it starts getting real deep. I don't know. There's got to be, you know, we got trees here. There could be wood there. I don't know. You know? I don't know what it is, but it's that same exact spot. Same exact spot. Let's throw it out there. Boom. There it is. Same spot. Same exact spot. Let it sink down, right? Let the Megabass X80 Junior sink down. It's slowly sinking down. Takes about maybe 4 seconds, 5 seconds to get a foot. And like I said, right now I'm just working at like 4 foot depth. 4 foot, I'd say. 4 foot depth. But this is key. This spot right here, key. A little further out, it gets super deep. Deepest part of the pond. You got a big boulder wood structure out there. That's not too far from where this is. So you got a lot of bait fish, right? A lot of bait fish, plenty of areas for the bait fish to hide. This is a key area, not just for bass, but for big catfish too. I'm gonna tell you guys a quick story real quick. Let that thing sink down. Going back, I'd say 25 years ago, maybe even 30 years ago. Let's say 25 years ago. A father was here with his daughter. Okay, I'll never forget this story. Father was here with his daughter, and she had a Mickey Mouse rod. I didn't see her catch the fish or him catch the fish. I didn't see him catch the fish. But from what another one. Oh my God, they're stacked up here, guys. This is stacked up. Like I was saying, about 25, 30 years ago, father was here with his daughter, and they got a Mickey Mouse rod, right? Mickey Mouse rod. I think they were using night crawlers, and they ended up pulling up a channel catfish. God's honest truth. Channel catfish over 3 feet long. Over 3 feet long. Have no clue how much it weighed, but it was a big dog. Over 3 feet long. Big channel cat. That's one thing this pond, Barbours Pond, is known for, is big channel cats. Big. They have bullheads in here too, but bullheads don't get that big. Nowhere near. Bullheads only get to be about like maybe 12 pounds. Like, you know, roughly in that, you know, that size, 12 pounds. But, you know, like I said, you know, I don't know what else to say, guys. You know, we're catching fish. You know the conditions. You know the lure. You know the spot. You know, we're catching fish. Why aren't I trout fishing right now? Well, I'll be honest with you. I came here yesterday in the morning, the afternoon. I didn't catch nothing. I threw power bait. I even threw a drop shot with a tiny pink wacky rigged worm. Nothing. I threw spinners. Nothing. I threw everything. I walked around the pond. I slowed down it. I threw jerk baits, small jerk baits, the one I'm throwing now. I threw so many lures yesterday. Nobody here caught nothing. So, you know, why was that? My guess is the pressure dropped. The barometric pressure dropped and caused these guys to just basically, you know, be dormant, you know, very inactive. So like I said, I tried slowing down, I tried downsizing, you know, I tried all different things. I didn't try this spot yesterday, but, you know, I pretty much said, you know what, I'm throwing this right here for the breeder, for the breeders they put in here. If you guys don't know about that, you watch the previous video. They put a couple, well, they put 5 breeders in here. One was 9 pounds, one was 7 pounds. So I said, let me throw a little jerk bait, which is what I'm doing now, and, you know, go from there. So I tried this, and, you know, I'm focusing on the bass. I got the chatterbait rigged up, and that's what we got. All right, guys, we'll be right back. Oh man, did he nail that. God, did he nail it. Guys, when I say stacked up, stacked up. I don't know if this is the 7th, 8th bass in a matter of 45 minutes. Same exact spot, guys. Same spot, same lure. Sticky hooks, guys. Sticky hooks is the name of the game. Downside. Whew. God, right in the mouth. My God, right in the mouth. Whew. Okay. Nice little guy with battle wounds. Grow up, buddy, and get to be a big mama. Be a big mama. Let's throw him back. Whoa! That's it. We could spend all day here and catch countless bass. And that's no exaggeration, as you see our track record from this one video. So when you guys got cloudy, overcast, windy conditions, you can throw a jerk bait, chatter bait, throw that, throw a spinner bait, anything with flash and vibration. And like I said, don't be afraid to downsize. You don't got to throw a big Megabass, you don't got to throw a big jerk bait like a Vision 110. I would go with the 110 Junior, one step down, or this little guy. This little guy is deadly, as you guys see. Deadly. Don't ever say a tiny bait is not going to catch you a big fish. Don't ever say that. Okay, that is far from the truth. Megabass X80 Junior going to town today with the upgraded Aaron Martin Gamakatsu finesse treble size. These might even be size, yeah, these are size 6. Size 6 trebles. Gamakatsu G finesse Aaron Martins. Super sticky, fantastic hooks. And you know what? Out of all those fish, you don't see any of these hooks bending out. You don't see any of these hooks bent out after all those fish. All right, guys, let's get more.